What's up, everybody? Week 10. 5 weeks left for the regular season. Trading deadline's over, man. And this year, man, the trades were insane. Um, Listen, we had teams who went all in. Some who even mortgaged their future for next year, just for our championship this year. We had some teams who just packed it in and like stocked up on draft picks next year. At the end of this year, we're gonna have our owners meeting, and there's gonna be some things. I don't know if we got to make some tweaks. There's some things I want to change because while I enjoyed the trading, I think it was a little crazy this year, and I think we need to rein some of that in. Some of the things that I'm thinking about is, and I don't think I'm gonna put this to a vote. I think I'm just gonna enforce it. Next year, you can't trade more than 1 year worth of draft picks. So what I mean by that is that like this year we had 25 and 26 picks that got traded. After this year, starting next year, only one round. I think another thing also is you have to also still field the team. Like you can't trade all your quarterbacks. You have no quarterback playing, so you got to have a minimum on the thing, and you're gonna have to start monitoring that to reject it. Because well, listen, you could trade it in to go for the next year. You still got to field the team because there's other teams competing, and they don't want to make it a landslide. I noticed that from this because like this week we have a lot of landslide matchups. We'll jump into it. I mean, top of the standings, Ojo Meister got his first loss last week to legendary Giant, and he is now 8-1, still on top of the division. Right behind him is the defending champs, legendary Giant, riding a three-game winning streak and giving Ojo his first loss. In third place, Hawk Tua. Jordan, after starting 1-3, has won five in a row, and he's now 6-3. Then Brooklyn Giants, Bushwick Hitmen, Pits and Giggles, Gotham Knights, and Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, all 5-4, rounding out 4 through 8. And outside looking in right now, we have Buffalo Bills, Frank's Jets, and Y2 Deal at 4-5. Alex, 2-game winning streak. Frank, a 3-game winning streak. Frank trading away all his assets and still may make the playoffs is kind of crazy. As for Y2 Deal, man, started, he was 4-2 and decided, you know what, I'm not going to be in it, and sold his team, and now he's lost 3 in a row. And rounding out the bottom, you have Stu Curtin 13, M-Team 8000, and Bad Boys. So another thing I want the owners to start thinking about, and we're going to talk about this in the meetings, and this we could put a vote on, is a penalty or punishment for the last place team. It won't take effect this year, but it'll take effect next year. And it could be a lot of different things. It could be maybe they have to do something that's embarrassing. It could be maybe their fee they have to pay double the next year if they finish in last place. There's some is drastic, and I don't think we're gonna go this drastic. There's some that they get kicked out of the league for a year if they can't, if they don't finish, if they don't finish in the last place. Want to think of something to prevent teams from trying to get that last spot. Come think of some ideas. We'll talk about in the meeting. But yeah, no, this week's matchups, man. Like I said, we have a lot of lopsided matchups. The matchup of the week is Pits and Giggles and Legendary Giant. I mean, they already started off where Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow just had a monster freaking Thursday night. Talk about fortunately, I feel to see I didn't catch the end of it, but talk about a monster game. And Baltimore pulling out the victory. But both QBs went off. Marty got 43 points. Juan got 44 points. So that's going to be the tightest matchup of this week. I wanted to talk about 2 weeks. We're gonna have we're gonna go to the Giants Bucks game for the tailgating. There is an extra ticket available. If someone's interested in going, let me know. I'll go over the cost and everything because we had one extra ticket. But I already put a message out in the chat for those who already agreed to go and paid the ticket. Like I said, look at it. We're talking about who's gonna bring food, supplies, stuff like that. So we can get that already, get there nice and early, 9 a.m. on the 24th. Man, have a good time, man. Last year we did it. The weather sucked last year. It was raining, it was wet. We got down, we had some grub. We actually played some football in the parking lot. It was very fun. Then froze our ass off and watched the Giants game. This time around, I've checked the weather. It's supposed to be nice. It's supposed to be like in the mid 50s. Hopefully it stays that way. It's not going to be any inclement weather because that'll be a nice day to barbecue, get the grill going, and have some fun. So like I said, I already sent the message out. If anyone's interested in going and have one ticket left, just hit me up. We're going to go over the details. But yeah, man, this week, I mean, who am I playing this week? I got is it I'm playing Y2. I playing Y2 deal this week. I mean, listen, barring an upset, I should have a win this week. Good luck to everybody. Giants game early tomorrow. Hopefully they lose to Carolina because we need a quarterback. We need to stop this nonsense. The Giants need a quarterback. How important is it to have a good quarterback? Just look at Washington, first place right now. Quarterbacks make a quarterback makes all the difference in the world in this league, and the Giants desperately need one. So, like I said, I want Carolina to beat them so they can have the tiebreaker. I want the Giants to have the number one pick next year. It's gonna be hard rooting against the Giants, but listen, I'm thinking about the future. Next week, Senor Cohen goes to meet with Mr. Soto. Listen, we don't need Soto as much as the Yankees do. Like the Yankees need Soto, but I really want Soto. So it'd be nice to have him in the orange and blue. You guys have a good week. Talk to you guys soon. Okay.